Hello again, ladies and gentlemen, Staka here, and welcome back to another episode of Planet Zoo. When we last left off, we put in the Grails, Gastia and Rhea. One male and one female. We built up this nice little enclosure for them, and that leaves one enclosure left in the infield here. I don't know if we want to split this in half. We probably could get away with that, put one door here and one door here. In the last episode, we were pondering on putting in some saltwater crocodiles. So 1 to 2 and only 2 per. Looking at their habitat, they only need 210 of each land and water. So we might be able to get away with splitting this in half. The enclosure that we have here is 2,900 meters squared. So pretty much cutting it right in half would probably be okay. The view for this particular area would be, say, about right here. As a matter of fact, what we are going to do is we are going to edit the barrier. We will select all of it and make it two-way glass, just in case they decide to get stressed, and then that would allow us to, continue on. So we'll just do one-way glass, resistance grade 2. Hopefully the saltwater crocodile is okay with resistance grade 2 stuff. Let's see, looking at the habitat, yeah, just grade 2, so the one-way glass / two-way glass is fine. Interesting enough, this seems to be flip-flopped a bit. Yeah, well, I don't know. See, like this part is definitely flip-flopped. People can't see in here, but the crocs can see out. And then you get over here and the people can see in, but the crocs can't see out. So that is an interesting thing that I'm going to have to fix. So I will go ahead and just basically start from scratch here. Delete this barrier and the door, put in two-way glass all together so that the game basically flips their normals and, will be a better enclosure for them. So I will flip these fences around and be right back. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, what we have done is we have placed the two-way glass in a clockwise fashion. That will put the seeable side on the path and then the non-seeable side in the pin. We've also put a grade 4 chain link fence right through the middle, allowing us to basically split these two in half. So we have one habitat that is 1,100 meters, and then we have another habitat over here that is 1,600 meters. And looking at the animal that I want to put next to the saltwater crocodile, I was looking at the cheetah. Now the cheetah, which is selected here, needs 700 meters with, no climbing requirements or any such things as that. Only 2, one male and one female is fine, and it doesn't look like they climb, so the two-way glass is not climbable. This is climbable, but it's grade 4, and it doesn't look like the cheetah are going to jump over, so I think on this side we will put our few saltwater crocodiles and give the cheetah some room to run around here as well. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get into our animal trading and get a few saltwater crocodiles in here, right across from the Grail. So, you look at the Grail on your left, and then you'll see the saltwater crocodile on your right. Looking at the males, Banyu is younger, so we will send Banyu to Habitat 21. And then our females, Merpati is the younger female as well, so we will adopt her and place her in there and play. Outstanding. So the zookeepers should run on over with our pair of saltwater crocodiles, and we can go ahead and get this terrain set up. Of course, they are going to need some water. So when we scroll down to the S's here, they need 210 and 210. Basically, half of their enclosure needs to be water. So we'll just split it right here and make this one big, water pond. We'll need some water purification, however. Our other water purification was right over here, and that is not going to extend on over. Well, maybe. So if we put the lake on this side, just basically get a little bit of water touching this zone here, that water purification center will get that pond. So something to keep in mind, and here we go. Saltwater croc is now in, and we do have a couple of dead animals as well, unfortunately. Can't find staff room. Well, that's on you. Litter, hopefully, we can work on that. And Eppo the reindeer has died, so we will get a vet en route. We put those down about a month ago in real time for the Christmas special, and you know, they lasted until, you know, the end of January, which is awesome. And here is our alpha male, Banyu. All right, let's get the terrain set up. They have more than enough walking space, and the water is the next part. And what I want to do is put on that water heat map here, go into the terrain and lower this area here, so that, say, once we put the water in there, it will connect up just fine. Let's get this heat map off just in case, and we will flatten to foundation and extend this water on over like so. And then once we do that, we'll smooth out the walkway, and everything should be fine. Yeah, let's just smooth that right on down so that they can walk in that water. And then we'll take a look-see at our water content and the water purification to see if the purification from across the way is reaching this. It should, in the grand scheme of things. And sploosh. All right, let's play and see if they can get on in there. Come on, recalculate. All right, so recalculated, we do have water in their pin. That is good enough. And looking at the purification, indeed, this pond is being purified. Awesome, so that is the first step done. Now we need to get some soil in here and really get rid of the long grass. They don't apparently like to hide in the long grass, so we will paint some soil right along the edge. Get rid of the long grass there as much as we can. Right along the edge there. That should be nice. Sweet, so that is enough soil content, and now we need some rock, and we can afford to lose more long grass. So let's get in some rough rock. Right in the corner there. Right up to the long grass, and there we go. So now we got some rock and some soil with a pond that they should be able to get into, otherwise it wouldn't recognize that water area, so everything is awesome there. So terrain is set up nicely. Let's check our Banyu here. So nutrition is okay. We will fix that here in a minute, and we will need some enrichment as well. What do we need for the saltwater crocodile? Hopefully we'll have some interesting things to do. All right, can't go wrong with a blood pumpkin. So we'll put that blood pumpkin down. Do they need hard shelter? That is another question. Plenty of coverage. Hard shelter they don't need. Outstanding. So let's put down a sprinkler. Let's put down a water pipe for them to drink out of. Let's put a large food tray down in the rock area here. And then a blood scent marker. That should be fine. Now we'll play and see how that does for them. All right, so enrichment looked to be good. Outstanding. Now let's just get them some grade 3 food up in here, shall we? Food 1 quality, food 3 quality. Maximum quality for us, and then we will put down some education and signage. Alrighty, so habitat, we need to get rid of that. And then education board. All right, where is education board? Is it facilities? Yes, indeed. Awesome. Education board stand. There we go. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the saltwater crocodile exhibit. All right, an educational speaker certainly wouldn't hurt. And saltwater croc. Sweet. So we will duplicate and move. Get your education on. Yeah, we'll just duplicate and place. And just make sure that this surrounding area is well educated, learning all about the saltwater crocodile. Got some people in here. So if this is going to be the main standing point, we definitely want to make sure that they are educated. And then we'll do one more in the corner. That should be fine. Awesome. Now we'll work around the other side to make sure that if anyone stands on this side, they are good to go. And then hopefully people will start making their way around. And the Crocs have already gotten into their new home. Wow. Aren't you an intimidating fellow? Just chilling there. Swimming. I tell you, it's like looking into a history book when you see those Crocs. Sweet. So hopefully the nutrition should kick up and the zookeeper should be bringing some grade 3 food for the Crocs. And I don't know, it's like everyone's like, hey, look at the Crocs. Nope, well, see you later. Anywho, that should be fine, good welfare. We have our pair of crocodiles chilling there. Zookeeper is checking up on them, so hopefully Zookeeper will realize that some food needs to be done. Nah, okay, never mind. So, Crocs are in, and next up we were going to do the cheetah. I gave the cheetah the bigger pin so that they can run. Fastest land animal on Earth, needs some room to spread their legs, and quite honestly, I'm surprised that the cheetah doesn't require more space. And we're about to have baby turtles. I mean, even more baby turtles. We've got quite the number of turtles up in here now. That's crazy. Crazy indeed. About as crazy as the amount of people we have coming through here. We have 5,000 people in this zoo, and looks like energy, hunger, thirst, and education are the big things. Granted, I've definitely slacked up on the education speakers along the fence and the education boards, especially for this African pen. They can learn a lot just by walking by. One thing that I'm also curious about is how many people have ridden our ride. 0. So, when we do career and we branch off into actually needing to monitor our funds and make money, I'm going to need to research why this ride isn't exactly profitable, as our cars are driving around empty. And I mean, it's a pretty good view, I would say. Yeah, lions inbreeding. Tell you what, that's one thing that we, once again in career mode, will have to be careful about is, making sure the gene pool is nice and strong so they're not susceptible to disease and all the other crap that comes with inbreeding. But yeah, we got some people walking down the paths in the center. They can catch a view of the polar bear right next to the saltwater croc. Pretty cool stuff. All right, so let's take a look at the cheetah. Make sure that we have enough space for them. 705 with no water. No climbing requirement, grade 2 boundary, and that should be fine. We only need 2 cheetahs, and yeah, sweet. So let's go ahead and order a pair of cheetahs from the Animal Trading Center. Get rid of the saltwater croc and make sure that cheetah is selected. And we have, 2 selected. Okay, I was going to say, saltwater crocs popping up in the cheetahs. We don't want that. So disease, veterinarian is on their way. It's like they came to the zoo and it's like cough, cough, sneeze, sneeze, and that's all well and good. Brawn. All right, we will adopt a brawn. And then for the female, we need Mashavu or Everem. Mashavu. Sweet. So our pair of cheetah should be on their way, and we can get their enclosure more of their liking, and hopefully see, some running. Oh, hippo is about to mate. That's a lot of weight moving around, that is for sure. And I don't know what the gestation period is for a hippo. And I tell you what, the Titan beetles and all that stuff. Why? Why? Unbox. Animals are put in boxes like crazy. And it may be, you know, just crowding or something. But this pin in particular, I'm noticing that a lot of animals are getting boxed up. Oh, the peafowl is back in disease risk territory. That means it is time to do our purge of the adults. I tell you what, these birds are really dirty, breed friendly, that is for sure. It's like crazy the amount of Indian peafowl we get. It wouldn't be a money maker. Like just looking at this, it's 1 or 2 conservation points a pop. But it is just nuts. We look away for 1 episode, and all these peacocks just go. Okay, we can't release you. We can release you though. All right, so there's a few that we can't release, and then I think we are back to just the babies. Yeah, that is, our first peacocks are doing the work, that is for sure. You know, I haven't really heard much about the camels since we plopped them down, but they look awesome. Das Mubel is a half a year old, and it would be handy if on that tooltip when we hovered we could see what it would take to get to adulthood without having to go into the Zoopedia. But our cheetah have arrived. All right, so of course we need enrichment. Let's get their pin ready to go. So they're okay on the soil, the rock, the sand, and the snow. We need a lot more short grass and a lot less long grass. So that is an easy paint to do. We'll just blow. Get rid of all of this long grass, if you please. I'm pretty sure that they're used to being like a savanna type creature where they're just used to running in open fields. So the long grass may be an impediment to their nature, but there we go. And they do require hard shelter, so we can go ahead and do that as well. All right, we need beds and shelters and get rid of our education filter. And the African shelter 12 by 14. And we'll put that, say, right there. All right, sweet. Hard shelter requirement is done. Plant coverage is good. Now we just need some enrichment items for our cheetah as well. All right, so you want a zebra piñata. We can accommodate. A blood pumpkin. We can accommodate. Cardboard box, as you are a cat. We can accommodate. And the prey scented pack. We can accommodate, so there we go. Then we will make sure that they're set up for grade 3 food as per usual. Grade 3 quality. And then we can put down some education boards as well. All right, so we will do that. Let's see, is it facilities education board? Yes, indeed. All right, so the stand goes this way. Welcome to the cheetah exhibit. And then we'll plop down some education speakers here. And do the duplicate, just in case folks want to stand around the outside. We can duplicate and get them well educated. Hopefully we have enough power for such things as these. We do have a ton of generators, but it's just a matter of spacing and where those generators cross and power requirements. I tell you, it's going to be an interesting thing when we go up to career mode and have to really worry about, the maintenance cost and the area. We'll have to maximize our placement, that is for sure. All right, so that is fine around those paths, just in case people want to chill by the cheetah. Chester, if you will. We'll put you there and keep on working around the outside. But one thing about it, working in sandbox mode, I'm getting a good feel of how things should be laid out for maximum happiness. One thing we will have to do once we get there is, you know, research the diseases and whatnot. But there we go. We have a nice area surrounding our cheetah, who right now doesn't seem to be too enamored with doing a whole lot of anything. But let's see, is your education going up? Or do you have to go from place to place to get? What terrible scenery. I wish I could see where he said that. That would be handy. I give this view of the removed species 3 stars at most. The removed species, huh? Way to be really specific. When they don't tuck the staff's facilities out of the way. Yeah, and litter, that's a pretty big deal. We've got trash cans around. That's one thing that we definitely skimped on as we played was litter placement and trash cans. And the fact that the staff facilities were in the way, boo-hoo. I mean, I can see that from a gameplay perspective, so you're not placing, you know, staff facilities right in the middle of pins and whatnot. You know, the most efficient route. I don't want my immersion broken. I don't know. Like, when I went to zoos, I really didn't care. But then again, I didn't see, like, a staff facility right next to a pin. But it's like one of those things that, you know, it's essential. Oh, poor Zhang. Our poor panda died. We'll have to call a vet. And what's funny is the vet just walked out and said, everything is fine. And then it's like, no, buddy. Get back in there and police up your panda, please. So pandas are out of the way. Do we have to get you another mate? All right, so you're fine. Captive birth. You should be fine. Yeah, 4 adult population, that is definitely fine for the pandas. They are all well and good. More parse error in the guest name visitors, that is outstanding. Animal is stressed. Why is the turtle in the box too long? I don't know. We could probably stand to get away with removing some of these turtles. It's just, we've got 12 giant tortoises up in here. What in the world? Yeah, we could handle a few more adults. And why is that? Why is that ostrich boxed up? Who knows? So that social should go up. Everything is awesome. And where are we fighting for alpha? All right, in the lion den. So the loser of this battle is going to be booted. All right, so you are not the alpha. Goodbye, Obayanana. Sweet. So now we just have litter. Do we have another male in the pen? Let's take a look here. 2 males, yes indeed. So are those males... So you are the alpha. Do we have like a male cub then? Is that what's going on? I believe so. Obviously one of our exhibits got dirty. And that is just nuts. Yeah, I tell you, those exhibits get dirty really, really quick. Nice to see our food court is doing well. Just out of sheer curiosity, how many people have we served? 241 in the last year. 50% of the customers are happy. They want scenery items. I tell you, well, we're not trying to perfect everything. We're building on a large scale here. Oh man, take a look at everyone at the African exhibit. One would think that this ride would be completely full. But we are serving no guests. That is odd. I mean, we literally have hundreds of people right next to this entrance, and they're like, Nah. Can't be bothered. Oh, that's a nice detail of the insulation and the framing. How many is Mexicalente serving? 156 people. Is the trash can full? Yes, trash can is full. Oh man, we need some more sweepers. Tell you what, it never ends. That is for sure. Let's get some more caretakers. If you guys care to sweep up and make sure that the trash is taken care of, please. That is absolute nuts. Absolute craziness, I say. Yeah, keepers just need to do that. Springbok is stressed. They just need to run away. Sweet. All right. So not too bad. That completes the infield here of Bristol. Is our cheetah going to run? Nope, our cheetah is going to poop. We picked quite a time to get these cheetah. You know, I know it would be inhumane to put a prey in this pen, but that may be the only time that the cheetah gets up and goes. You know, when they're chasing their quarry. Oh, Croc is feasting on the blood pumpkin with a nice big toothy grin. Are you gonna poop? Is that how a croc poops? Maybe you were just stretching. But that is a happy saltwater crocodile, I say. He's just looking around like, hey. Stretch. Ah. Sweet, so nice to know our saltwater croc is doing well. I'm going to need to get refreshments soon. Well, we have plenty of refreshments here and maybe around here. I think we do. We've got Chief Beef. We've got Monsieur Frites. We've got Pip Shot Water. Yeah, the water place is empty. They've only served 6 people. So if you're thirsty, just head right on over there. Sweet. So let's take a look at the Zoopedia. Let's see. Aardvarks we haven't placed down. The wild dogs we haven't placed down. They need a lot of room to roam, and they may get okay with the standard habitat that we've got going on right here that we've really put everybody in. Let's take a look at your space. Navigatable land area. Okay, they need more hard shelter, and that would be another big thing, is these 2 pins are not quite cutting it. Oh no, Karina! The other reindeer has died. Vet is on the way. And which habitat is this? Habitat 14. And once again, things just get put in boxes. Maybe because the keeper was walking by. That could be a thing. But the keeper's there, policing up the habitat. Everything is awesome. Who do we got? More African lions. There has to be a secondary male in here. Yes, indeed. All right, so you are not the alpha. So I say goodbye, sir. So you don't have to worry about claiming your alpha status there, Kokai. You are awesome. Yeah, once we get that reindeer picked up, well, I was going to say everything is taken care of. Oh, alpha status for the reindeer. Oh, man. What do we got? All right, so that was the dead. You're the male and not the alpha, so goodbye, reindeer. Mwamba. Yeah, you're going to have to just get in the pen there, Mwamba. All right, so we need some dogs. Are there any other exhibit animals that we have? Centipedes, the boa. We have these, a couple of spiders here. I know we put in the adder. We've got brown snake, the forest scorpion, hairy scorpion. I know we've got Gia monsters and poison frogs. We've got bird eaters. Ooh, the flamingo. That might be an interesting one to put down. We've got some iguanas here in an exhibit. Bears, put down the hippo. Indian elephants wouldn't fit too well in our African. The rhino. Now the rhino needs a lot of space. We have the macaque. Mandrill. Okay. So in the next episode, we may look at our vertical friends from the climbers. Might be interested. Ooh, snow leopard. That would be cool to have as well. So definitely some more animals to go. I think first off, we will concentrate on the exhibit creatures. I don't know if we can squeeze an exhibit, say, right here on the corner. That might be pretty cool to put an exhibit or two along this path and basically extend this walkway right here. We could Y out so that they go around the entryway, get all the exhibit creatures done, and then we can focus on our vertical friends. And holy crap, that's a lot of fish for the Gorail. Are you still happy? Yeah, enrichment's going down, but that's due to your food enrichment. So you would need more than just the blood of pumpkin, I assume. One bad thing about those exhibits, though, is so many animals get really upset when their glass gets dirty. So we'll have to probably hire more zookeepers in order to keep that going. But yeah, in this episode, we have placed our saltwater crocs just chilling right there, having a swim. Yeah, that is an intimidating, daunting sight. That is for sure. And then less intimidating and daunting, right across the way, we have our cheetah who has mauled the giraffe. Or the zebra. And just blasted that right open. Run! What is it, 60, 70 miles an hour they can dart? It's nuts, that is for sure. So, yeah, cheetah and a crocodile in this episode. And yeah, I think in the next episode, some exhibits along this pathway may be in order. And we may start working on our monkey friends, the climbers. So that will do it for me. Like, share, and subscribe if you are so bold. Thank you so much for tuning in, and I will see you in the next Planet Zoo video. Take care.